load that file. First of all, we can even look at that file if you want to. Let me know if you can see my screen. See my screen?
Yes, sir.
Here we are looking at unemployment statistics of a group of men and women given over time. Okay, been given this data for approximately from 2005 till 2015. So we have the data for 10 years. The data can be given to you like this as well. Okay, it's much more easier to probably read it in this way. If I look at it from Jan till the end, I have my data like this. All right. But Tableau will not be able to read this easily, which is why the data has to be in these columns. So here Tableau is easily able to analyze this information. When you have data like this, age, gender, time frame, and unemployed statistics. When I look at the data like this, it's easier for me to read it or anybody else to read it. So you want to find out the number of unemployed men between 25 to 34 years in, let's say, 2007, November of 2007. So I'll go on the right in November of 2007. Everybody has their own way of looking at it. So here I can easily find this information. But Tableau, this structured data will, if the data is structured in this way, Tableau will not be able to easily analyze this. Because what it's going to do is it's going to take each of these columns as a separate column. It's not going to consider them as one particular column, though there is an option to transpose in Tableau. Okay, there is an option if I load the file. Again, this is CSV. Let's say if I load the file, if I load this reference, notice it becomes like this. Each of my columns become like this: F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. Yeah, and again, though I have an option, I can transpose this. Let's see if that works. Yeah, pivot. No. HC transpose the data like this when I put it as pivot. So again, this will not help me because again, this is going to be a different issue, right? So I don't need to put this data. I'm going to take this data main. Here, the data is very much structured, easily in a way using which Tableau can understand this information. Make sense? You have opened the data. Have you loaded the data in Tableau?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what we're going to do. So we had seen this earlier also, right? When we looked at the COVID information, we had seen this data. So this is another view of the same. This is another way of another example of the same. Can you create a plot over time to showcase overall unemployed numbers? over time, showcase the overall unemployed numbers over time. Can you do that? Were you able to plot it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ready. So we will do this. You get a data like this, you get a plot like this. Yes. You get a plot like this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I want to see the graph by gender, what do I do? I want to see the graph by gender. What do I do?
Add the gender thing into rows.
Rows. Like this.
Yeah.
No, I want to see it in the same graph. I want to see it in the same graph. In
Add
this,
it into color.
alrighty. Add it into color. Okay. Now, if I want to see, what is this? I want to see the graph by, what did we have? Age group. What should I do? I put gender. Now I also want to see the age group. Do I get it like this? But do you think it's possible for me to create a graph with both of them? Let's say I add age to color and I convert this into shape. So I get data like this. You see this shape, and now I put gender onto color. I put gender onto filter rather. Notice what I did. I am using both those options, and here I can even select a particular value. So here, if this highlight is not selected over here in this box on the right, okay, you see this option highlight selected item. If this is not there, nothing is going to happen. By default, it should be selected. If this is highlight is not selected, it's not going to filter anything in a way. It's just showing you the highlighted item. Whatever you click for, it's going to show you that. Okay, now if I want to see only for male, I see the data like this. Make sense? I can change the shape if I want to. Okay, I can even put quite a lot of other options are there over here. Weather. Eeks. It doesn't look that great. Umbrella. This is fun. Wow. So you can play with these shapes if you want to. You can have ratings. Gender is there, right? This makes much more sense. Cool. That looks nice. Oops. You understood what I did, right? Should I repeat what I did?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's go from the beginning. So first of all, we are creating a graph, unemployed. So as of now, okay, let's remove this shape also, automatic. Okay, unemployed and time frame. So I get a graph like this. You remember the difference between these two? These two values. So this quarter, I am getting the sum of all quarters. So when I look at this data, it will take, how do I filter this? Nope. It will be easier to explain it by month. If I select Jan, such a big number, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times 8. Yes, that's what the number I'm getting. You see the number, right? I'm getting that same number. Over here as well, at the bottom right, and same over here also. Okay, that is the difference between these two. Here I'll get this data by month. So now what we did was, you can use month or you can use day, whatever you choose. Okay. Ideally it is month only because we don't have data by day. You see there isn't the difference which is happening. Then I can add age to color. I can change this line to a shape. I added gender to filter. Apply. Show filter. I can change this into a slider. The shape I can change to this or this or this. Okay. Again, if I drag this age to shape, there will be a different shape for each age. Understood? I drag age to color, I drag, and now if I drag gender onto this, right, the color, and I give all, I can see both of those colors together. Do you see what I did? Everybody got it?
Yes, sir.
Alright, looks interesting. What we can do more. I'll share these presentations with you. You can check these also if you want to. So if you want, you can even convert this into an area chart. If I click this, you can convert this into an area chart like this. Age to level. So I get this information like this. Alright. Everybody got this area chart?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So one second. Which file is this? Let's see what we can do with this file. Amazing Mart EU. Let's load that also. I'm gonna close this. If you look at this data, you have orders over here, and this is in UK, Europe. Okay, if you look at list of orders, if you look at the orders breakdown, you will get the orders broken down by the product name. Okay, you also have sales targets. Okay, let's see what we are creating over here. Yes. Before we get to this, understand one more thing, by the way. You remember we had seen SQL? Yes, you remember we had seen SQL?
Yes, sir.
In SQL, there is a concept called as joins. So we just want to look at that a little bit. If I ask you a question, which employees are my customers as well? Just looking at this data, which employees are my customers as well? How do you find that?
Check the common names in the two tables.
Yes, which are the common names?
Jack, Susan, Mary.
Jack and Susan.
Yeah.
So this is called as which customers are our employees. That is called as, you're just finding out the common elements between both those tables. That's called as an inner join. Got it? You are extracting only those rows which are common to both of them. And this is what we do. Inner join on A dot customer is equal to B dot employee. This is table A, this is table B. Makes sense?
Yes.
If I have to do what I want to do is I want to keep all the rows on the left hand side and take only the common rows of the right hand side. That is, I will get a complete row for Jack, I will get a complete row for Susan, but I will not keep the rows which do not have data on the left hand side. Make sense? When you look at this, I am keeping all the rows of left hand side, that is table A, but only the common rows of table B. That is called as left outer join. A dot customer is equal to B dot employee. Make sense? Alright. So this is how my output will look like in terms of a left outer join. In the same way, if I do a right outer join, I'm going to keep the rows of the right hand side and only the common rows of the left hand side. So that becomes a right outer join. So I will get the records of all these rows and only the common ones of the left side. Make sense? This is what I'll get. For these two, I do not have any data on the left, and this Adam, Benjamin and Nick do not have any data on the right hand side, which is why they will not be considered. Understood?
So are these codes or they're just names given? Like for SQL.
Mhm.
For SQL, like if you type right outer join,
Yeah, it's a
will this
keyword.
sort it out that?
It's a
Acha,
keyword.
okay.
It's a keyword. So if we remember, W3 schools, right? We had seen. Beta is taking some time to run. Okay. Let's look at this order details and orders. Okay, if you look at this orders, you have order ID, customer ID. In order details, you have this order ID. Okay. So if I have, so let's start from order details. Left. Be a keyword. 1 second. Join. Anything in blue. So left join orders. And on the column name. So I'm getting this data. It's a left join where I'll get details of order, all the columns of order detail. Okay, so let's make it a little easier. I'll change this orders. You see the columns changed. Okay, let me just copy this for a minute. Order ID, customer ID, employee ID, order date and shipper date, shipper ID. Okay, these are the columns of my left hand side table. Now let's see what is there in order details. I have order detail ID, product ID and quantity. If I write this left join, I will get, you see the order ID, customer ID, employee ID, order date, shipper ID. This is what I'm getting on the left hand side, and the right hand side I'm getting these columns, which is of my right hand side table, except for order ID because it is already there. So I'm getting only those orders for which order ID is found in both the tables. Understood? Getting only those rows for which the order ID is matching.
Okay, Stan.
Yeah, if I change this to right join instead of left join, I will get only those rows. The right join nahi hai kya? What did it say? Okay. Right and full outer joins are not supported. Bye bye. It's supporting only left join at this point of time. And this emulator is supporting only a left join, so we don't have to worry about right join or anything. You got an idea what is happening?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if I do full outer join, what I will get? I will get all the rows of both the columns. I will get all the rows of both the columns. Here, only the common element which will be there is for Jack and Susan. So you will get a complete row for Jack and Susan, but for the others, you will not get that complete row. You will get data like this. Understood? That is what you have: inner join, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. Okay. You can have duplicates in join. So over here, if I have data like this, order ID, if I join only on orders, I'm going to join on orders. So how many rows will I get for order number 001? When I join it,
3 rows.
3 ki 2. Why do you say 3 rows?
Table B has 2001s, right?
Yeah. So it's not, it's not concatenating the rows. It's a join. It's going to do join A and B. So that is why I will get 2 rows overall in the end. This value will be repeated for these two. This value will be repeated for this. It's there only once, so this is only going to be 1 row. For 003, it's going to be repeated twice. There isn't anything over here. Understood? So my output is going to be like this: 2 rows, not 3.
Okay, okay.
It's not putting it below this. These are different columns. These are different columns. So here also, if you see, you have order ID 3 rows over here. So if I check the order ID, yes. If I remove this, I have 1 row over here. Let's check this. I have 3 rows over here. So you see the output. Total, I get 3 rows over here. In this same way, on the left hand side, I have 1 row. On the right hand side, I have 2 rows. So when I do an inner join, I will get 2 rows with this value on the left repeated. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you want to join on multiple fields, here we are joining only on one field. Now, if I tell you to find out the total sales by region, or let's say by, yeah, not by region, if I just use orders, and find out the total sales, what will happen? Hey, if I join only on orders, am I going to get the correct output? If I join only on the order number over here, is the output going to be correct? Any thoughts? Will the output be correct? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Yes. Why? Primarily because you have different stores by region over here. The store in there is an order number 001 in the south store as well. So if I just correct it, right, this south store sales is going to be incorrect. It's going to be showing it as incorrect. This north store sales is also going to be showing as incorrect, because for the north store this $97 is going to show an extra, while for this it'll show $1,048 extra. Right? So I get data like this, which is going to be incorrect because this north and south does not match. So what is going to happen? What we should do is you should join on two values. You should join on two values, that is order number and store. Make sense? So when I join an order number and store, I get that data over here. I get that value over here. In the sense it becomes correct. The south does not match with north, and I get the final output correctly. Make sense? Yes.
So no, sir, I didn't get that part. South, you're saying south doesn't match with north. In what
So
way?
here, right, when I join only on the order number, what I'm getting is this order number, which is present in south store. I will get data of north store as well. You see it? Because order number 001 is there in south store as well as north store. Because I've done a left join only on one column.
Okay. Achha, okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, which is why you need to join on two columns. You need to do this join on two columns, which is here this north to north and south to south. When I join north and the store and the order number, then my data comes correctly. And you look at this, right? North 001 matches with north 001 and north 001. So I'll get two rows for north 001. I'll get only one row for north 002 and I will get one row for south 001. Understood? So this will match. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in Tableau, you see that option of joins over here. So I drag this list of orders over here. Again, if I drag it over here, I'll see a I can join this over here. You know, I can create a relationship. Earlier, in an older version, this is what it looked like. I could choose left join, full join. This is what it looked like. Okay, I don't see that option now. But this is what is there in left join, right join, full outer join. You see these options over here. As of now, that is not there. You just can edit the relationship over here. When I join them, you can see both those elements. Alrighty. You see the two tables over here. You're seeing both the tables over here. Now, the benefit of this, if you look at the data, okay, let's look at the data a little bit. And I join the information. This tab, list of orders, does not have information related to sales, while this information is there related to the sales. I have information related to sales based on this, the order ID. Okay, and I have the state and city over here. What I can do, let's say if I take this country, drag the country, I get the dots over here, I drag the state, I get this. If I drag the city, I'll get this city. And from here, I can actually drop the sales onto color. So I didn't need to do anything specific. I didn't, because the data is already joined, I did not have to do anything specific to analyze this information. Make sense what I did? Because I have already joined the data over here. Okay, I have joined the data over here. I am able to create this graph. I am able to easily create this graph over here. If I want to look at profit, I can drag profit onto color. Okay, so here you see the negative profit and the maximum sales like this. One unknown. Gross and can you try this? Can you calculate this by profit margin? How do you calculate this by profit margin? Any idea? Okay. You put profit, but you want to calculate profit margin, let's say. Can you create a calculated field like this? Why are we doing sum, by the way? Any idea? Why can't I just use profit upon sales?
Sir, could you repeat?
I'm saying we can do profit upon sales to calculate the profit margin, right?
Yes.
Why am I doing a sum over here? Any idea?
Or maybe because the cost price of certain products are low, or I mean, if you do the sum, you will get the mean value or something like that.
No, we need to aggregate it. That's why we are doing the sum. If I let's try this. Let's try this. Okay. You see, it says the calculation profit margin requires a user-defined aggregation for a non-aggregate formula. I'm getting that error itself over here. So Tableau requires that aggregation because it has to sum it by a specific. The calculation is valid, but for this map, it requires that information. Okay, edit. So that when I need to sum it, and obviously when I sum it, it is going to sum it by country, region, state. It has to aggregate it by this particular value, which is why you require the sum. Otherwise, it's not going to be able to do that. Makes sense to a certain extent. I can put sales on size. So here, depending on the size, and I can edit this advanced minus 5 2.5. By the way, everybody got this map, right? You're not getting any error that you're not able to recognize the states or anything.
Yes, sir, we got it.
Okay. You see map like this? Okay. So we have only 3 minutes. Can you mark our attendance? पहले ही कर दिया. Thank you very much. पहले नहीं किया, पहले वाला है. Can you mark today's attendance? Yes, thank you so much. Okay, we can add the year also over here, by the way. This year, the year, date. This date we can add as a filter on year. If I do show filter, again I can make it into a slider. And I can change this. Okay. So we'll stop over here. Try and create a customer scatter plot. Okay, sales versus profit. Okay, let's try that quickly. We're going to add sales and profit. I remove this aggregate marks. I get information like this. Now, if I want to add the same filter, either I drag it or I can go to map of Europe and apply it to worksheets, all using this data source. Aggregate measures क्यों चला गया? Either I drag it like this. In errors. Okay, we'll check this. I'll check this. We'll continue next time. Alright, folks.
Okay,
Any
sir.
doubts till now?
No.
I hope this is much easier than Excel. Alright, folks. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you again next week.